Michigan, I'm gonna whip your butt again. But guess what, Mark? What? I get paid!
Sting, I think you'd have to agree with me. It's amazing how far a little dab of paint will take you.
And welcome to OSW Review, the old school wrestling video podcast. Filmed in glorious grapple vision and encoded with blast processing, we chronologically critique wrestling storylines, pay-per-view by pay-per-view. This is your boy, the jovial gent with the joie de vivre, Jay Hunter. Joined as always with the boisterous, beefy, borstal boy, V1.
What's the crack?
And the charming, charismatic, cantankerous OC.
Yep, we do.
It's OSW 105, Blade Runners Nitro, and it's coming up right now.
Sweet dreams, little boy.
Hoo hoo hoo!
Ha ha ha.
Lads, order your... Well, you don't have to order, I'll get it for you. Order your OSW Christmas Gansey.
Ooh.
No fucking way.
Yeah, it's great. That's fantastic.
That's awesome. Give it to me, baby.
I don't want one, Jay.
See, it's not one of those, you know those terrible sweaters with printed stuff on it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not that.
What?
We've actually got like wool, and it's like dyed wool. The design actually wraps around you as well.
Yeah.
So it's like a full-on super fancy Christmas Gansey, like proper Irish Gansey. So, and
Yeah.
He's having nothing. What a dick.
order your OSW Christmas Gansey today.
That's fucking amazing.
Unless you're from the future and it's January, and then tough shit, mate.
Merry Christmas, Santa.
Oh, OC, whose uncle is from Maryland.
Maryland is how you say it.
Our bra, Smooth for Real, lives in Maryland,
Yeah.
and I asked him the correct pronunciation. He says, I believe it's Maryland, but I love the way you guys say it, so Maryland it is.
It certainly is.
That's the land of Marys.
Yeah, like, do you want the blessing of the Irish Mother of God or not? You know? Holy Ghost, Mary, Jesus, the whole crew.
Yeah.
Nitro start, cold open. Eazy orders the Rent-A-Cops to stop Ric Flair getting into the arena, pantomiming his description of Flair. This is white hair, big nose.
He keeps saying big nose. It's so personal.
Yeah.
Big nose, white hair, Ric Flair, white hair, big nose.
It's Blade Runners Nitro, October 12th, 1998, live from the United Center in Chicago, Illinois. Chicago, officially the hottest city to wrestle in, as WWF sold out 5 consecutive shows at the Rosemont Coliseum and WCW 5 consecutive shows at the United Center.
Nice.
Also, birthplace of Michael Flatley of fame.
Billy, 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 boo, Billy, Billy, boo.
Woo! He's from Chicago, not Ireland, just getting on out there. Getting a gargantuan 4.55 rating with a 6.8 share, slightly edging out was 4.5. Commentators tonight are play-by-play Tony Schiavone, as Hogan would call him, technical analyst Mike Tenay, colour is Larry Zbyszko for the first half, then replaced with the legendary Bobby the Brain Heenan.
Fans the 1st of October was a big day for WCW on Wall Street because that was the...
Fucking the Hardy.
How weird is it?
This is a stock theme. It's not actually a WWF song, but the Hardy Boys theme plays on this WCW Nitro as the lads go to the New York Stock Exchange to ring the bell, celebrating the launch of the WCW MasterCard.
And to quote the great Mr. OC, who wouldn't want to have a naked man in their pocket?
There is naked men. Okay, so we got Brett, Sting, Lex and Goldberg in the nip. Then you got the cheerleaders, you got Hogan, Nash, DDP, Macho. Actually, there's a nice NWO one here. That's the one I go for, the black and white NWO.
Without naked men.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sans naked men.
When you take it out of your wallet, does it go?
It was when he tried to charge it. The commentary team run down the current storylines. Very helpful, thank you. Which we'll get to later on in the show. By the way, I was missing these recaps. V1, you're watching the WWE Network version.
2 hours and 15.
And OC, you've got the RRA 99 golden mix of the pristine WWE Network video mixed with the original audio undoing its changes.
Also 2:15 with a little few bonus extras that Jay
Yay!
threw in.
So it's actually 3 hours and a bit. I'm watching...
Steve, you're grand. I watched 5 other episodes of Nitro and 5 episodes of Thunder. So,
sadomasochist. Eh?
and I also watched the Raw from the same week.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's good.
Like 27 hours around.
I'm watching the live VHS of atrocious quality, but at a svelte 2 hours 5. It is 10 minutes shorter than broadcast. I kind of trolled through both of them afterwards. I lost a few recaps of Thunder and Nitro, but I gained a quip of Bobby Heenan responding to Shivante's "Did DDP save him from defeat?" with "or himself."
Did Page save him from a defeat? Page save him from a defeat? For himself.
And 23 seconds more of the Nitro girls dancing after.
Nice.
Which you can see here is here you go, a live exclusive. There you go. Look at that 384p.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, revel in it.
Spice has never looked so nice.
There's nothing like going to those autograph sessions and seeing the Nitro girls. I do them all the time, and they're a blast.
Our inaugural contest is Wrath versus Lodi. Lodi with "the signs are over" sign. Agreed? Just stone
I'm not
faced.
into the signs.
I will give them their due. They've tried their best to get Wrath over. In the last month, he's absolutely destroyed Bobby Eaton, Nick Dinsmore.
Oh, wow.
Ooh. Eugene.
Your boy.
Villanos. Either 4 or 5. I don't know which. They both look the same. They have masks.
All numbers look alike.
Yeah. And Ciclope. So yeah, they're putting him over hard. He wins with his move in about 60 seconds every week. And yeah, he looks pretty decent.
Big clothesline, awkward shoulder block, meltdown, aka pump handle slam, sans bumming. Demolition in 1.5 minutes.
Just listen to the fans and see that they're such as this. The meltdown almost puts Lodi all the way through the ring.
It wasn't much of a match. It was more of an angle to build on a previous angle that happened on Thunder. So Wrath was meant to wrestle this jobber, Chris Adams, but Meng came out, took his place and absolutely battered him. And then Wrath came out to the ring and they had a bit of a brawl. So then at the end of this match, Meng comes out, have a bit of a brawl, set up a match at the big show coming up. It's fine. It totally works.
Yeah, you know, Adam Bomb, fine by me. The only issue, you know, commentators calling Meng Ming. Like, if you're gonna...
The Minger!
Like,
Minger is a, not dirty, but like an ugly prospect for a relationship, would you?
that's a really nice way of putting it, Jay.
Thank you.
But if you're going to do it, be consistent. So why are they able to call a ring? It should be a ring. Do you know? Ming is coming down to the ring to try and kiss people. That should be what they say.
Yeah, if he's going to pull in for a kiss, he should put a ring on it.
Oh, you've just kind of put the icing on the cake there, really, haven't you?
It's Sting!
They're on a collision course. Fans, let's show you what happened last week.
Do you know sign language? Give it to him, Reed.
Oh, my.
Reed Flair! Ah, bollocks, I can't slag him because
No.
he's dead.
Do you remember the promo that they cut out?
Oh! Paige referenced his passing. He died at 25 with an overdose, heroin, prescription benzos. When feuding with Charlotte, saying, "Your little baby brother, he didn't have much fight in him, did he?"
I'm not one for like, this was nasty, you know, like this shouldn't have been said. In my opinion, that's way worse than the Eddie down there in hell. Like, that's kind of comedy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, that was just...
Mean.
Yeah. It's kind of vile, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because your little baby brother, he didn't have much fight in him, did he?
Oh, come on.
Yeah, however, it wasn't until years later that it came out. WWE creative writer Tom Cassiello said, although Charlotte's parents didn't know or approve, Charlotte actually pitched the idea to give the feud heat, but it got nuclear heat and was dropped shortly afterwards. Paige says it was the most amount of backlash she's gotten for anything in her career. And yeah, regardless of that, it won Wrestling Observer's most disgusting promotional tactic of 2015. But the positive of his passing is that it inspired Charlotte to dedicate her life to fulfilling her brother's dream, which she did. She even main evented WrestleMania 35.
Oh, she's done well.
Yeah, she's done amazing.
Just as time goes on, and especially with my career, I'm living his dream.
I mean, to be fair, she's fucking great. She gets a hard time because Vince chose her to like be his number one girl.
His crown jewel.
Yeah. But she's brilliant. Maybe with the exception of Asuka, she might be the best female performer in the Fed.
Even promos?
No.
Okay.
I mean, Becky's obviously the best on promos.
Yeah. Like a masochist, I was watching a bit of Nitro because I wanted to see more of Reed Flair. Charlotte was actually on Nitro because Russo and David go to Flair's gaff and they start rooting through his stuff, you know, put on his robes, that kind of thing. At the end of it, they get Shufty to get out of my house, and then Charlotte's there giving them stank eyes going, pretty good stuff. But anyway, that badness out of the way. Recap of last week's Nitro. This is Reed Flair's most famous moment. That mushroom-headed little bollocks. Congrats. Having just won a AAU National Wrestling Tournament at 10 years old, he finds himself in a segment with Arn and Bischoff.
Mean Woo Gene!
Since I heard you've been cracking on my dad, me and my Uncle Arn came down here so I can handle my dad's light work.
Oh, what a brilliant job. I think he fumbled over one line, but otherwise he said what he had to say, held his own, took down Bischoff really well. He didn't fuck up, and that's way more than you can ask of a 10-year-old. Well done, you. I thought he did a fantastic job.
And you could see they cut to David Flair and the look on his face.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, he's already passed me. It's the saddest.
How did like none of Flair's talent go into David and like just like Charlotte and Reed were like, give it to me. But yeah, Reed was awesome. Like 10 years old to be this good. Made me think of the time it was on SmackDown. Ray's daughter smashed it out of the park. I think she was only like 7 at the time, and she was brilliant.
Poor old Reed Flair, he's 0-2 because Russo brought him back for a brace of tag matches pitting Russo and David Flair versus Reed and Ric Flair. And the finish, okay, Reed does some shitty takes down, but he succumbs to a figure 4 by David, and Russo pounces on him to pin him. So he beat the 10-year-old.
That's cool.
And then he's like, yeah! He's like a Formula 1 fucking celebration. Yeah, amazing.
You better get the juvenile authorities down here because you just got took down twice by a 10-year-old.
Let's take it down. Take it way down. Kendall Windham versus Dale Torborg. Of course, Dale Torborg, that little boy that nobody liked, grew up to be
Kiss Demon.
Very good, sir. This is his first TV match in WCW.
And can't you tell?
What a debut.
Goodness.
No entrance. But wow, his attire. Steve, what bar is Dale Torborg?
Jay, He's sporting a purple race car jumpsuit with a yellow accent, not the racist one, and red flames. He is, and I trawled through the depths of the internet, and by that I mean Facebook and Twitter. And it's not the depths because it's the OSW page, and the fans are
so lovely,
the best.
Yeah.
And I picked out some of my favorites. At Bruce Russell 86 says he is fruit salad bar.
Fantastic.
Delicious, by the way. At Del Every, bar cream soda.
Yeah.
Brilliant, sir.
It's not as good as I remember.
No. At Hemi Metal.
Cool name.
A Savage Slim Jim.
Oh, that's amazing. That's way too cool for Dale Torborg.
And at Pradeep Kanchan.
Oh, hey, this is go, mate.
Says he is Quality Street Toffee and Fudge.
I
didn't know about them, and
fudge.
I want them.
Yeah, send some in there. You're legally obliged to now, mate.
Not the fudge ones though, just the toffee ones.
You don't pack those in. No?
Adam Daniel, he is Krang. Grant Baines, Rodimus Prime.
Oh, that's perfect, mate.
Which is my favourite of the lot.
That's well done, mate.
Great.
What's his gimmick?
Shitter Optimus Prime. Hated him. I just felt, he's like, 90s, brah.
Is he like the younger brother or something?
I don't know if they have brothers in Transformers, but he was the next Prime. He was like of his line, his lineage.
He committed an Optimus crime.
There
you go. You can have that one. It's free. I
don't want it.
Jamie Young is a pack of Atomic Fireball.
Beauty. Wait, what is that? Tell me.
I have no clue. It just says a fat-free and gluten-free food.
I'm out. No.
Fun-free.
Just turned heel on dietary requirements.
And Simon Weaver.
He's a diva.
Dreamies Mix Cat Treats.
Dreamy. Wait, hang on. What's that made of? This looks like crackers and cow.
Just crunchy outside, soft on the inside.
Delicious.
Armadillos.
Oh, I'm into it. Can humans eat that? Is that
cheese and beef? Beef.
Sounds amazing.
So know what smokes this month. However, due to popular demand, I did add in a what 90s goalkeeper is he?
Oh, hold on. 90s goalkeeper.
Solid.
I'm going to say Mexican goalkeeper from 94 World Cup, Campos.
Georgie Campos?
Yeah.
Of course. Absolutely.
Am I right?
Yeah.
Oh,
wow.
I'm
Steve,
good.
So
you have won what bar?
Multiple people here saying Georgie Campos. So Daniel Pacic, Max Onslow, Neil Robinson, Shot in the Dark, and at Ruaven, he is, of course, Georgie Campos.
Oh, fantastic.
Amazing. Yeah. And there's just one or two others. TAW Kayfabe Break says he's Packy Bonner from 1994.
Get in, sir.
David James, not that David James, says he is David Seaman.
Yeah.
That is, wow. You don't need to know what decade that is.
And Mark McKenna says he is the Marchtown goalkeeper jersey.
Very nice. Yeah.
And there we have it.
On glass.
That wraps up what bar and what 90s goalkeeper is Dale Torborg.
Fantastic.
Guys, thank you so much. By the way, we got over 900 entries. It was so difficult to whittle it down to like 10. But thank you guys. You guys are amazing. And Steve, he may be shaking his head here, but he actually loves it. Keep on doing it. Let's send more and more every month.
A bigger lie there never was.
And you'll make a man happy.
Which one?
What an athlete is Dale Torborg?
Well, we've seen Dale Torborg on our WCW Motorsports features for the past couple of months.
Dale Torborg, why is he dressed like that? Because he's working at WCW Motorsports. What is WCW Motorsports? Not just an advertising deal, here's some money, slap our logo on your car. No, WCW got real into it. WCW, they were partnered with NASCAR with their own drivers, like Steve Grissom, and NWO had their own branded driver to feud with WCW's driver. They had Kyle Petty, who was a legit racing legend in that world. It was a big thing where wrestlers would commentate on it, attend events like Sting, and they got their own merch and that. How did they get on? In 96, WCW cars won 2 Xfinity races. Grissom won at Daytona and Greg Sachs won at Talladega a few months later. Sadly, WWE Network scrubbed the NASCAR footage from those Nitros, as it was from ESPN. But here it is.
Nice.
WCW's driver Steve Grissom on Nitro, he was hot dogging after winning the Goodies 300. That was in 96 in Daytona. Yeah.
Tell us what it's like to be a winner. We love it.
Man, I tell you, Gene, there's nothing like it to win at Daytona, and I tell you, we had Sting, Lex Luger, Harlem Heat there with us. We put Sting to work on Saturday, and I tell you, he done a heck of a job for us.
But by the way, this outfit, this get-up.
Loving it.
You want to make a jobber, put him in WCW branded gear. It's like, you know when a wrestler doesn't have merch? And they come down to the ring in like Royal Rumble 2008 t-shirt.
Unforgiven.
Yeah. It's like, you're such a jobber.
Taboo Tuesday.
Crown jewel.
That's the extent. Like, you are basically advertising.
Can you imagine how warm it must have been wearing that? Because they're like anti-flame gear and everything, so they must be really thick and heavy.
Yeah.
Imagine, we're not going to send you out for that long, so you'll be all right.
Well, technically, he couldn't do anything, so he was probably okay.
So what about Dale Torborg? He's best known for tagging with Chad Fortune in The Pit Crew, which didn't last long. Actually, Fortune drove WCW monster trucks, and after WCW folded, became a monster truck driver full-time.
Okay.
Yeah. And the match, technically moves happened, but nothing happened.
Oh, they didn't really.
Backdrop here, headlock there. Finish is Torborg blocks a bulldog, throws Kendall to the corner, who awkwardly jump staggers into the turnbuckle, bicycle kick, wah! And Torborg checker flags a course clear in 422.
1, 2, rolls over and covers and pins him.
Wait, he does his finish. He grabs his knee and rolls into the cover. It's like, oh, you're fucked, mate. What happened there? Almost 2 years training at the power plant, and this is his finish, like the thing that you'd practice most. And he actually injured both knees.
Oh
first
my
night on the
God.
job. It's not the worst. He will be back wrestling in 3 months.
Okay, but still, like, if you're ever going to do something that's going to cause management to have confidence lost, it's fuck up your finisher in your debut and get injured.
Wow, it's just so many checks.
Which is weird because that's what happened to Eddie in his first match in WWF, right?
Yeah.
Didn't he like break his wrist or his arm?
Dislocated his forearm?
Yeah. But obviously he's like wildly talented, one of the all-time greats, and he was able to work his way back up at the main event of WrestleMania 20. Well, one of the main events. Yeah.
Shane from Black Cat Tattoo's Nitro Party. Oh, looked like loads of crack. Spicy, a bit of them playing the N64 and doing wrestling entrances on their porch. Even have a bit of 30 pyro.
They had a lot of pyro, but they didn't use it, I thought, to their best ability. They could have put the pyro all the way up. Or, I don't know, it just felt wrong. Right? You know how many of these Nitro parties I've attended.
Yeah.
Like, and that just didn't, it just didn't fit, alright?
Okay. Quickie footage of Goldberg and DDP having a standoff. Commentators telling us opinion is more divided on if DDP will beat him and break the streak. Will we see them later on tonight? Stick around and find out. Yes. Wolfpack is back, causing mass destruction. Here comes Sting and Warrior Interruption.
Very nice, very nice.
Stinger calls out Bret Hart. He doesn't want to wait till Halloween Havoc. Hey, what? When we last saw Bret, OSW 103, Nitro after Fall Brawl, he did a wipe the slate clean face turn promo, like he's with Piper, and he was like, you forgive Bill Clinton, forgive me.
Oh, yeah.
And 3 weeks later, he's heel again.
Oh, yeah.
What happened?
What happened? So, they spent the next week or two going back and forth with promos between Bret and Hogan. Bret telling him that he knows that he's as good as Hulk Hogan and that he can beat him if he's just given a chance. Big, plucky, white meat babyface promo. Hogan comes out and says, you know what, brother? I'm going to fucking batter you.
I didn't know Hulk Hogan was from Hala.
Skip to the next week. Main event, Hulk Hogan versus Bret Hart. Bret is still selling his knee, which he hurt in the Fall Brawl War Games match. So Hogan goes to work on his knee, absolutely batters him. It gets so bad, the babyfaces come out with the EMTs. The match is over. He can't wrestle anymore. His knee is so fucked. And Sting says, I'm going to fight Hogan for you, and I'm going to take him out just for you because we're friends now. Chicka cha womp womp. The NWO members come out. Plucky babyface Bret Hart hobbles to the ring. He's there to take on... No, swerve. DDT to Sting. He joins up with Hogan. Fucking 2 sweets, hugs. The last 3 weeks where they were turning him into a really popular babyface, all for fucking nothing. He's a heel again. Yeah.
And they are kicking rear end and taking names. He pushed the cop.
Last week there was a huge show-long storyline. Sting and Wolfpack are pissed and schmoz with the black and white.
The highlight was when Steiner pushed the cop, the female cop.
What happened?
Because it was just, you just know it wasn't supposed to happen. You know, they're all the cops were there, and there was the female cop went towards Steiner.
Break it up.
Yeah. And he gave her, like, she went flying, you know?
Is this the only time you can, like, batter a cop and get away with
exactly,
it? Like,
yeah.
Now look at Luger. He's looking for someone or something. So is K-Dog, and look at Sting.
I had a great time watching this. My favourite bits were they need to tell the Wolfpack which way to go so they don't get lost and actually find the NWO.
It's like Spinal Tap.
So they have a load of lads keeping the door open and trying to hide from the camera. I thought that was great. They're like... Obviously it all builds up to going outside. There's the NWO's limousine and Sting gets a forklift.
That was great. He's got skills.
Mad skills, yeah.
I am so impressed because...
he's passed his manual handling course.
Exactly. He does not have a license. No way. And like back in Smith's, where I used to work, as you know, there's out in the warehouse, there's a forklift, and I really wanted to go on the forklift. I was like, no.
Was it like a petrol one or electric reach one?
I think it was electric.
The old electric reach around, yeah.
They're so awkward because you've got to sit on the side, and so you turn it, like the way the wheel turns it doesn't feel natural.
Backwards. Like.
Yeah.
Oh, did you? Have you got a license?
No, but they just used to let us get on the forklift in DPL. It was great. Yeah. Until Terry, on his first day, goes up to the boss and goes, I have my forklift license, I'm bleeding great. Yeah. So we're all working away and he's loading one of the trucks and then you hear just what sounds like a bomb going, boom! People come running, the boss comes down from his office, like the fucking owner of the company. What the fuck is going on?
Where's he from?
I think he's some kind of penguin character. You know?
they had hilarious accents. The idiot forgot to lift up his blades when he was going in to pick up the pallet, and he drove it through 2 of the tires of the truck. Just boom! Of the fucking noise of it.
Did anything get ruined?
I mean, the tires. What the fuck is going on here, Terry?
As long as if you have nothing to do with it, hilarious.
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
As long as you're not on the line for it.
Oh, yeah, we were just up in the bay going,
Hogan, you as the motivator behind all darkness that goes on around here, I'm calling you out!
Back on Nitro, after calling out Bret Hart for being responsible for all of the darkness around here, Stinger also calls out Hollywood Hogan. But the Ultimate Warrior walks out at the ramp.
It's amazing how far a little dab of paint will take you.
Yeah, rubbish. I intrude on Sting's TV time with a request. Let me preface this request. Just fucking say it. He jabbers so long, he gets booed.
He was getting booed pretty quickly,
From
even before he started talking.
Out.
And then it snowballed.
This was a very marquee crowd. They were having none of this 1980s wrestle bollocks, and they let him know it.
Neither did we!
It is fatal to enter any battle without the will to win. My warriors spoke and afforded me the will to win, but one battle at a time. If it is your intention to call out the anti-heroes of our time, then I make a request. I make a demand that for this evening, I stand alongside you to fight. Anti-heroes are still heroes.
Yeah.
Like Hogan is not an anti-hero.
This is the problem when stupid people try to sound smart.
Yeah.
you get found out very quickly.
Well, he's also talking very slow and it's very boring.
Oh,
so,
my
like, you know,
God.
you can't hide it.
At 32 minutes and 20 seconds, as Warrior is rambling on, being fatal to enter the battle unless you have the will to win. Pause. Shut the fuck up! Wow. Thank you, Chicago.
It is fatal to enter any battle without the will to win. As you may know,
It's like, you can take away my farty trombone. You can't take my voice.
Look, I stand by what we said when he first appeared on
Same
Nitro.
here.
I think it was a great promo and I really enjoyed it. But that's it. And he has some interesting points and things to say, like, it's amazing how far a little dab of paint will take you. I like that. It's a bit of an in-joke, but at the same time, everyone's in on the joke. I am under no illusions. I think the Warrior can cut a promo, but he's given too much time.
I don't, like, he goes over time. They don't let him. He just takes it. It's like, 5 minutes, 12 minutes. Could you imagine if they just cut him? Like, halfway through his promo?
And the Nitro girls come in and bust around.
Just swarm him. That's how he disappears.
Oh, that's his new thing. Instead of the smoke machines, the Nitro girls.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
And then one of them has a little cane that kind of yanks him. Or Bischoff has a cane from the backstage that he threads through.
same Warrior time, same Warrior place, same Warrior channel.
NWO, you can read the signs all around the building. This is the house that Hollywood built. Hollywood Hogan be the man. Wood rules wrestling.
Hollywood Hogan in-ring promo. Hulk Hogan in high spirits, good energy, spouting bollocks. In other words, NWOites, Hulk rules, Giant is wrestling Goldberg because Hollywood rules Gaga. I chatted to Brett, and yes, it'd be a pleasure to take those two face paint cartoon wrestlers, rub their faces together and on the mat. So it's on tonight, Brett and Hogan versus Sting and Warrior. Wow.
What a massive match. However, the cheek of Hulk Hogan to call other wrestlers cartoon characters. The fucking cheek of you, mate.
I'm a little bit distracted with the Hogan promos. So Hogan has to kind of stand semi-sideways facing the hard camera, but at the same time the microphone is on his right. Bischoff has to hold it outstretched for upwards of 15 minutes. It takes me out of it because I'm like, that can't be enjoyable for anyone.
No, for either man.
No.
I do like the visual of it, that Hogan's cutting the promo and like sneaky president of the company is behind him. But he also has the power with the microphone. There's a bit of that. And he's very awkward because he has to stand awkwardly to reach around. You know? Post promo. Wood is the man. Woody rules wrestling.
What is this?
I was going to ask you this, Steve.
Because he began talking about it last week. Woody, the Nitro girls get all the wood. There was no background. There was no reason for him to bring it up. Maybe it's like an in-joke between the lads or something like that.
Maybe he's alluding to his turgid phallus. There you go, YouTube. Get that past your censors.
Do you want to just
It has to be penis, yeah. He's talking about his hard penis.
Yeah, but like, I don't understand. But he's also talking about giving his Mickey to the lads as well. Like, you know what I mean? He's like, oh, the Brett's gonna get the wood, and the Warrior is gonna get the wood. You know,
Linda's autobiography. There, she might be onto something.
Linda made some not so nice accusations about you in the book, like accusing you of being gay. One of them, which
I'm gonna blast that Warrior.
I do love that there are multiple feuds going on, as walking to the back, Bischoff is informed that the Horsemen, who are barred from the building, have shown up anyway. He heads to the back and tells Flair to turn around and get. Easy has the lease, but Flair has a trump card. Some lad with a corporate box. That's Bruce MacArthur, owner of the building, and several others, and they push their way in. Hooray.
In a nutshell, the amount of time you took to talk about the segment is probably as long as it needed. But yeah, this went on for a while. Bischoff, his pronunciation of corporate box Alex. I quite like that.
You can go use your scary box.
My favourite part of the segment, so, you know, they're all kind of queuing to get in the door. Benoit, unfortunately for him, is at the end. He's like, I have to do something now. I'm going to have to say something here. And he comes up with talk to the hand. It's like, you know, you went through that door and, oh, no.
He'd be like, oh no, I didn't.
Yada, yada, yada. Talk to the hand.
Fans want to remind you of a couple of things. Nitro comes.
Fit Finlay versus Alex Wright.
Fit Finlay. Fun boy. I can't do it.
It's Funley versus Funboy. Northern Ireland versus Germany. Mr. Chippy versus Herr Pom. What's Funboy Alex been up to? Having a shit match with Bully, ending in a double pinfall. Nobody jobs. Nobody gets over. Alex, you have no idea what I'm saying, he says in English.
You have no idea what I'm saying. You stupid idiots, you can't understand me anyway.
Wright mentions Funley ending his dad's career. Now I'm gonna end yours. Finlay ended Steve Wright's career? I guess he didn't expect people in the future would check on cagematch.net and see that's absolutely not true. After wrestling Finlay, his dad wrestled another 8 years.
8 fucking years.
But yes, they did wrestle, their last one being in December 91 in the Euro Catch Festival for the CWA Mittelgewicht title. Best of luck with that, Steve. What's happening in this match? There's a lot of clapping, but the match is not over. So I don't know.
But I was going to point out Alex Wright in this build has been so entertaining. He's doing the typical, you know, you stupid Americans, you can't even speak more than one language, you know. I just turned Indian towards the end. And he just has the cheesiest names for people. He's like, British Bulldog, look at you shaking there like that British jellyfish. Oh, I love it. I absolutely love it.
You watch it, mate. He'll get over.
I want more Alex Wright talking smack in the lamest way possible. And then Bulldog is like, he can barely even say 2 fucking words at this point. He's just ballooned off his tits again. Oh, yeah, well, I've been to Germany and I got 2 words for you. And he says, like, suck it in German. And I'm like, it's the wrong company, mate.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Come on.
Ooh, could you give us a bit of suck it in German?
Sag ich.
Sag ich.
Sag ich.
Spinach ice.
Northern Ireland versus Germany. Kannst du die Liebe gefühlen? Pew pew. Bell to brawl on the outside.
Oh, the match was only 2 minutes long, wasn't it? So 6 seconds.
Oh, 3 seconds.
I actually have written down here, it was immediate in all caps.
Yeah.
Steve, what do you have for this? Tell us.
I have Wright hits a beautiful scoop slam. Flawless perfection. Finlay goes up like a champ. Alex Wright gets the foot up when Finlay goes for the top rope. Nothing. You know the way Hunter likes to go up to the top rope and jump off and get kicked? He did this very same spot. He chops the shit out of Finlay. He hits a snake eyes onto the rope and then gets the sneaky pin with his feet on the rope.
Ric Flair level.
Yeah.
Like top rope.
Yeah, like I loved this. I thought they were both really good wrestlers and they're excellent at doing moves and I like the build. The only negative that I'd have to say is that they didn't get more time. But little birdie told me they may get more soon.
Possibly on the next though. Oh, did you mention the sunset flip?
No.
Oh, sunset flip. Finlay doesn't aloha Arn. He pays for it with a pin, but he's got a bit of luck on his side. He doesn't take the L. There you go.
The look of the Northern Irish.
It's about 60% of regular luck. Sorry, wrestling bios.
Here's the British Bulldog.
Post-match Bully wants a schmoz. No? Oh, okay. This is the feud with the infamously horrendous promo that Bully gave on the backstage Nitro Blast.
Oh,
have you seen this?
Yeah. I have it written here in bold. Must talk about this.
Oh.
He can't physically talk. Like, he'll say one or two words and then he'll stop and then he'll go back and he can't get it out. And I don't know if he thought he was done for the night and so he went back and he took his somas and he got ballooned and then they got him when he didn't know he had to go to promo. It's sad, but it's the best type of sad. It's one that we can laugh at 20 years later.
If you YouTube search Bulldog horrendous...
Go on. Let me see. I want to see it.
And top result.
Let me have a quick goosey at this now.
All right, 90 seconds. Let's do it.
What went through your mind as you even saw that go down?
I saw it, but I don't believe it. The British Bulldog has been in wrestling for 20 years, since I was 15 years old. Alex Wright, you think you can beat the British Bulldog? You're wrong. If you want a chance of me, come on and take a piece of me.
Well, let me ask you. I mean, you're from Great Britain,
puke or something?
Is there inherently a different style of wrestling? Is there something that you think?
Have you ever seen a dog puke?
It's
hilarious.
Well, I can do the American style, I can do the Mexican style, I can do the strongman style, and I can do the German style. I can do any style of wrestling. That's why you call me the British Bulldog.
You would seem to have a power advantage.
Oh, greatly power advantage. I'm going to snap him in half when they get the chance.
The red flags were clearly there, you know, and unfortunately it's a time in wrestling when no one paid attention to them.
Like the backstage blast.
Wouldn't be till 23 years later where 3 Irish twats would pay very close attention to them.
Wow. Jetzt hör mir mal zu und du hörst mir besser genau zu. Ich bin der beste europäische Ringer. Halt deine Klappe und ich lasse dir stopfen, dass du's weißt. You get me?
When you speak to me, speak in English. I don't speak German, okay?
When we come back, the Night Show girls
Look at shit, somebody call security! Somebody get Dillinger! Let's go back to Lee and chat on the internet.
Six-man lucha tag, Ciclope, ties Boy La Parka and Viano 5 versus Chavo Guerrero Jr., Psicosis, and Super Calo? Super Calo?
Super Calo.
Super Cello. Super Cello.
Oh, that's a good name, yeah.
Sabu Slap Funk. Good stuff. It is the chairman of WCW. Not Chairman Mao. He's not a communist. It's La Parka. And here's Chavo, Pepe, and the lads. Oh, cool. We get a trios match. Conveyor belt of high spots and no selling. La Parka just crumples on the outside like it was shot. It was like, and I was like, I hope you didn't just tear your crotch. Oh, it was a work. Because he gets in and he starts hot dogging, clotheslining, bumping. It's, you got me.
So is his gimmick that he's just like he falls and trips and you're meant to just laugh at him like the comedy pratfall?
Yeah.
Okay.
Genius. That was a clever sell. That's actually one of his things. Psicosis, what a bollocks. He waits until a beautiful rocking horse submission is applied and immediately breaks it up. His backsplash is Eddie's cue to come out with the LWO. Chav says, not before I win, thank you. And Tornado DDT, Chavo makes carne de burro out of him in 5.5 minutes.
What's that donkey meat?
Yeah. Nice to meet you too.
I think this is possibly the funniest line a commentator's ever said.
Ooh.
When Heenan says at the end of the match, one of the teams won.
Chavo gets the win. One of the teams won.
It was a blur. There was lads running, diving, flipping, twisting, falling, bumping. Loads of spots to make the crowd pop and go ooh and ah. But as someone who was trying to watch and pay attention and take notes, I thought this was garbage. But it was very athletic, entertaining garbage.
Awesome. LWO chief Eddie cuts an impassioned promo about Eric Bischoff taking advantage of the situation at home. In Texas? Paying the guys peanuts. We'll take our piece of the cake. Eddie finishes with pleading that he's dividing us, making the 6 luchas fight, and then only recruits Psicosis.
So I'm telling you now, united, juntos, la raza, we can do this together.
His promo skills have dramatically improved. I must
Oh my
say.
God, it's been a month.
Yeah, I know. Well done.
A
you.
world of difference. We buried him last
He was
time.
good to go to Japan then.
Yeah.
Did him a world of good.
Eric did him a solid.
Next week, La Parka joins the Luo. Commentators paid such little attention, they didn't even know he turned.
What about Chavo? Does he know?
Yeah.
Chavo left. He walked away. He
Okay.
doesn't want to be part of it.
He's walking away
From the troubles.
the LWO in my life.
From the Latin world order. This began last week. There was a match between Damian and Hector Garza. And Eddie comes out at the end and he cuts the same promo. Eric Bischoff doesn't like us. He doesn't care for us. He's making all the money. He's giving your money to Hogan and your money to Hall and your money to Nash. So he gives them the LWO t-shirts.
The Luo t-shirts.
The Luos.
The Luo. It's not as good as the Buo t-shirts.
It's not quite.
It's a lot more difficult. It doesn't roll off the tongue. Like. Did you know that Eddie tried to get Meng in the Luo as a bodyguard? But Easy nixed it. He said, I want the Luo to only be Mexicans only.
Yeah.
Can you imagine Ming doing himself up?
Ming?
Could you imagine doing himself up to be like a cholo gangbanger?
I can
I
because
kinda can,
Rosie and Jamal did
this,
it. Like,
and that.
yeah, I can.
People don't know what I'm doing. So
Just like my brother jumped on my back and I rode him, he rode me.
Scott Steiner in ring promo. Scott Steiner is all alone. No lapdog. Buff Bagwell. He says Rick Steiner rode him to get those tag championships. Holler if you hear me. Cut to a girl in the crowd with a sign. Show me the big pop-up with a teeny WCW Nitro and Stinner on the side.
Is it Stinner?
It's Stinner.
Yeah. Stinner says, I've convinced Buff to keep his ma out of the NWO.
And keep his mother at home, washing dishes, doing the laundry, and mopping the floors.
Last week's Nitro, where Judy Bagwell makes her WCW debut, gives out to her son Buff for having the gall to fake a neck injury at Fall Brawl when he broke his neck for real in a match with Rick Steiner. It was in April. And she said that he put his family through too much. And if he didn't stop doing this, there'll be no Christmas for you.
Oh, he's putting the Christmas dinner on the line, Steve.
Man,
no
bad enough only
Christmas for
get
you.
one. Like, yeah.
Mark's in for some severe problems, and one of them is he won't be seeing Christmas with his family.
Then on Thunder, big Papa Pump, this thing with me and Buff is fine. We've moved on past it, but I just want to say, get your ma in fucking check, mate.
Yeah.
And then Buff basically walked off, and Scott said, you can walk, but I'm warning you. I was like, oh, shit's going to go down between them. It was actually a good build. One of the better things.
I'll tell you all right. Judy Bagwell gets a lot of guff. Guff for the mother of Buff, right?
Guff Bagwell.
Guff Bagwell. That's what I wanted. This is we'll say a mid-50s-year-old woman, never been in front of a camera before. She did admirably.
Buff and Guff. Judy Bagwell in nice riding crop, brown and tan. Come to the ring. Bagwell rocking Hilfiger jeans. So huge in the 90s. They're everywhere. Just paired with some, like a beige Eddie Bauer jumper. And there you go.
Yeah.
OC, what happens here?
Scott Steiner advances on Mrs. Bagwell and he says, I'll drop this scallywag. And after downing Buff, any more Bagwell sons at home?
I know, it's brilliant. Have you got any more sons I can feed up? That's so good.
Doesn't he call her a bag at some point?
Yeah, I think he does, yeah.
And Heenan's quip is brilliant. He says, oh, he knows her. Oh, it's on fire, lad.
He's sharp.
Yeah.
Hey, you old bag!
He knows her.
Oh, just backstage ska. WCW were annoyed with Judy Bagwell for dressing nicer on this Nitro because she's supposed to be like a mom, like a, basically a two-legged badger wrapped in a curtain, But no, it was more for laughing during her son's beatdown. Yeah. If you're wondering, Judy Bagwell on a pole is New Blood Rising 2000. Buff hits a double blockbuster on Canyon and former WCW champion David Arquette to win his ma.
Brilliant.
How much did this company get? How much did you lose that year? 60 million?
$67 million.
How about your mom? Is she here?
It's my mom here.
Well, it seems to be mom's night. It's a very unusual night.
I'll tell you right now, there is no room in wrestling for people's mothers. This is ridiculous. You got mothers on the show. There's no business for mothers in wrestling. Get out of here!
Whoa.
Hey, get out of here!
Judy Bagwell.
Cruiserweight champion Juventud Guerrera versus Prince Ikea. Non-title. What? Another lucha match? Before the artist Prince Ikea and Juventus. A disco comes out and hot dogs dancing. Kidman's out for a schmoz. Booing. If you want any moves interest you there.
I actually just have written here, they do moves.
It's true. Can't deny it.
I'd say the nicest, Hoovy hits a reversing backdrop into a fame asser. Hoovy signals for the Hoovy driver, but then does a scoop slam instead. He doesn't hit it. And he goes for the 450. Disco throws him off the ropes. Prince Ikea then decks Disco Inferno.
Prince Ikea.
Which gives Hoovy the opportunity to
Prince
then...
Bargain World. Bargain Town.
Fucking brilliant. So yeah, Prince Ikea knocks Disco off the apron. Hoovy then hits the Hoovy driver for the pin. I mean, technically it's good, but like they do so many of these random matches that don't have build or you don't care about.
Yes, Hoovy crowns the prince in 4 minutes.
Take the Disco and the Hoovy driver matchup. Got him.
Anything on that? Oh!
Doom doom doo 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 doom.
Wolfpack is back causing mass destruction. Guess who's here? Kevin Nash's promo. Don't mess with me, I used to be a bouncer. Take on 6 guys. No homo. Diesel says he used to be a bouncer and he's real good at tossing drunks. It's last call, Scott Hall. And Ray's Mang comes on the ramp and says...
He basically... Ultimately, he wants to fight Nashi on his penis.
Yeah, I won't fight you up there. I'll fight you down here.
Weird.
On me Mickey. What the fuck?
That's something neither of them want. I'm waiting.
No.
Do you think it was a bluff then? Bluff Bagwell.
He's like, you're going to have to balance him in some way. Nash is 7 foot tall. Like, that's not easy.
Down where? Down here.
So Kevin Nash's gimmick, right, is that he's the coolest guy in the company and nothing phases him.
What a horrible gimmick to have, isn't it?
Oh yeah,
It's a hard life.
Cool and I win. And no one gets the better of me. It's like OC booking. But like, he gets enraged by Scott Hall pointing at his dick and doing a fucking DX chop. And then he chases him with his big bandy knees then.
Watch it, mate. Careful.
Yeah. Oh, so that Kevin Nash chases Hall backstage, right? Hall gets in his limo, and then Kevin Nash gets in his car, and then the limo pulls off, but it's going so slowly that Kevin Nash immediately catches up and has to like jam on the brakes to let the limo go ahead.
Look at it, he's giving chase.
Next up is a TV title match. It's champion Chris Jericho versus Raven. Get in. I got a lame dick. As per the dubbing on the WWE Network, no even flow ripoff. And he's got his WCW Monday Night Jericho tee on, not a Jericho 3 Goldberg 0 tee, as the Goldberg Jericho match is officially off. Bischoff offered him a replacement feud with Billy Kidman instead, which Jericho turned down as himself, and the Future Radicals don't want to get lumped in with the Cruiserweights.
I don't blame him.
Whom WCW do not treat well. Their champion just got murdered by a drunk Scott Hall.
Yeah.
It's on September 28 Nitro. Big choke slam, and then Hall's the guy, drunken Yeti. Amazing. And a forceful Razor's Edge. Boom, that's it, mate.
And it's so sad because week in, week out, Nitro, Thunder, Billy Kidman is the MVP of WCW in terms of putting on quality, long wrestling matches. And yeah, he gets in there with one of the big lads and fucking smashed out of it.
And he's drunk.
Yeah.
Really was a game effort by the WCW World Cruiserweight Champ Kidman.
Oh, it's Jericho versus Raven. It's Pearl Jam versus Nirvana. Rip-off versus rip-off. Lads schmoz on the outside. The commentators push that Raven's been on a downward slide after losing the flock and having eaten several high-profile defeats with Saturn, Goldberg and DDP. Drop toe hold to a chair. Does he cane bump? Jericho bumps like a pro, pushing it forward as if his head hit the back of the chair. Really good stuff. Right, I'm done. Even flow DDT? Nah. Lion Tamer with the knee in the lower back and tap. That's it.
It was very quick.
He's trying to do it. He tapped out. Jericho wins.
Anything on this now?
No, I just think, what's a proven way to get someone over? Put them on a losing streak, Jay.
Oh, yeah.
Works every single time, doesn't it? Of course, we all love Jericho, but he shouldn't be at the level where he should be beating Raven clean, convincingly.
Within, 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And it's so weird because
he trounces him, yeah.
Because we're coming off this big angle, Raven, Saturn, the flock breaking up, okay? So Saturn wins and he sets the flock free, but then Saturn disappears off of TV. He may have had one, maybe two tiny matches on Thunder against jobbers. They didn't matter. The flock members have broken up and they've basically disappeared. They're like jobbing to like Wrath or Brian Adams on Thunder. Kanyon is jobbing to DDP and Goldberg on Thunder. And Raven, who claimed that the flock were holding him back, now that they're gone, he's jobbing to everybody. So it's like that was the hottest angle going into the last show, and coming out of it, they're all doing worse. Just want to point out, on the October 1st Thunder, Raven cuts this like terrible promo. You know, he's sitting there and he's looking all sad and he starts giving out about his parents. I never became attached to anything due to them, not even this 40-pound title belt. I'm like, 40 pounds? I did a quick Google. That's 18 kilograms.
Wow.
That is a big ass fucking belt.
Is that like attached to Stone of Triumph kind of belt? You know? Yeah, it's like 10 pounds of gold is the NWA one.
Yeah.
So I don't know what, 40 pounds of gold? I think someone might have ripped them off. Yeah, I think that's not genuine gold, mate. Nothing about it, but really cool seeing these two lads wrestle each other like they did it in ECW in Allentown, May 18th, 96. Best of luck with that. In WCW tonight, and again at Halloween Havoc, no spoilers. And in the WWF, of course, like Raw February 26, 2001. Shame Jericho never went to TNA, because they definitely would have wrestled there. As Raven, he was NWA champion, and then he stayed there till 2010. Could have given him something with Johnny Deformed.
Johnny Deformed.
And Matt Bentley.
Who the fuck is he?
But hey, there's still time in AEW.
Yeah.
For Raven?
For Raven! He can, yeah, you like that?
Over the railing and through the woods. But he is just laying in shots with Stu Grayson following up.
Now, I'm needed on the set of Bride of Chucky 5.
Time is money.
Money is money.
Oh, ho, ho, ho. Are you saying boo or who? It's a Rick Steiner promo. Rick, he's not facing the hard camera or Gene. He's just like kind of off to the side. So much so that Gene kind of just looks behind them. Like, what are you looking at, mate?
And this has been coming for a long, long time, Gene. When we get the fall.
What? What the devil?
That was a question.
Which like cackling comes over the mic? Christ on a bike. It's Chucky. Chucky, the killer doll from the movies.
By the way, they've been teasing this for like 6 weeks now. And of all the angles, of all the wrestlers, they pick the hottest mid-card angle you have. The one that's to elevate Scott Steiner to the main event and just fucking bring it way down.
Incredulously, Chucky cuts a promo on Rick Steiner. I thought the voice actor sounds like Raven. You know, you should watch out with me, Rick Steiner.
That's like
Scott in a movie.
Muttley or something. No, the other guy. Yeah, sorry, it's not Buckley.
I was saying, like, Raven.
What about Scooby?
You might get over really hard. Yeah, so Raven has a killer doll's voice, basically.
Right.
He's legit voiced by Brad Dourif. Grima Wormtongue.
Oh, is that all the Chucky movies?
Yes.
For a guy who never shuts up, you sure don't have much to say, Mean Gene.
Well, just a second here.
Great. The segment was fantastic. The thing I liked most was that Rick talks to him like he's a real person. There's no element of irony or kind of tongue-in-cheek about this. I thought that was great. And like, I believe it, like that Rick Steiner, the man, not the wrestler, the man, was pissed off with this dummy.
Oh man, did you see his face when he was getting out of the ring? Mean Gene is like, oh mate, I'm sorry. And he's like, fucking company. He's furious getting out of this ring.
But why Rick? Short of them having a laugh at Rick's expense, I can think of nothing else.
I'm doing love scenes with Jennifer Tilly, and you're calling me a dummy?
Say it again.
Yeah?
We call you.
You're a dummy.
Like, I love that. I thought it was great. Like, horrendous, obviously, but, you know, brilliant. My favorite part is Chucky finishes his piece, and then Rick responds with, "You got something to say to me?"
Did.
Like, how do you trade barbs with a fake doll? Either you don't take it seriously and it's like, oh, you know, you sandbag it, or you take it at face value, which is what he does, and you die on your arse on TV.
Like Mean Gene can get away with it because he's not a serious character. He's a guy that the big bad wrestlers push around. But yeah, Rick is supposed to be tough.
Yeah, and he just got shown up by a doll.
It's really bad.
Scott's the lead in my next project, so if you mess with Scott, you're messing with me and my Academy Award.
Chucky finishes with, "Lay off Scott because I got big plans for him in my next movie." Imagine if, like, Steiner was possessed by a doll. You know, he was possessed by a serial killer.
Yeah.
And Steiner was going around and he's a serial killer now. I don't know.
Yes.
I'd watch that.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. I did check. Scott Steiner is not in Seed of Chucky. So, like, the sequel. So, you know.
Is he in any movies? Because I would watch one.
You will regret asking me that.
Oh, fuck.
And the answer is on the screen right there.
Oh, Steve, what did you think of the segment? I didn't hear your opinion.
Chucky was good. Like, he cut a good promo. The back and forth was fine, but I thought it was death for Rick. Just absolutely murdered him. It's going to be interesting to see where he goes coming off of this. My guess is down. Which song did he come out to on your version?
Is the Welcome to the Doghouse?
Oh, did he come out to that? Fucking brilliant. On my one, he came out there like, "It's a tale about a brother called Rick and Scott. They really like each other and they wrestle a lot. Stand alone!"
Ah, no.
No.
Oh, that's cool.
Here's the story of two brothers, Rick and Scott. The two use drugs and they're always on top.
All those 90s WCW tracks like this one and he does this, he does that.
The stick come out.
As a cat and he hits somewhere to pay. And like, he's got enough on his plate and he doesn't even know what to do. I love the cheesy 90s WCW song. Like, they all have the same notes. They're all the same song. They have the same singer. Steiner line, mwah.
A real pro at work, they should go and see my new movie Bride of Chucky, opening October 16th.
Obviously, this is just cheap, shameless promotion for Bride of Chucky coming out October 16th. Chuckster was also on SNL that weekend. He was in a news broadcast skit where he plays it straight, telling everyone, "Come on, forgive Bill Clinton." And I was like, Jesus, everyone shut up about Bill Clinton.
The only person Bill Clinton has to apologize to is his wife. Are you with me, Colin?
I guess so, yeah.
I watched Bride of Chucky just for this review.
I've never seen it.
Yeah, because I'm quite thorough. Horror is my favourite genre. It's exactly what you think it is. but it is executed better than what you think it'd be.
Okay.
Okay, yes, it is humans being outwitted by marionettes. So there's a lot of... a lot of that going on, you know. But the puppet is quite expressive. When I was watching it, it's at least on average, are you better than Goro? You know, it's that kind of well-made animatronic, you know? The writing is fine. The only dodgy bits are the outdated pop culture references. Is like, oh, you look like Martha Stewart with that knife. Jesus. Best part is the soundtrack. Kicks off with Rob Zombie's Living Dead Girl, which was everywhere, including ECW stealing it for Heatwave 98 ads.
Hey, this is Rob Zombie, and this is Extreme Wrestling.
And my favourite bit is Chucky. He's at the front of a truck and he's fiddling with the radio and pop music comes on. He just starts giving out about music of today and how it's terrible and it was better. And then he tunes it a bit more and then Thunderkiss 65 comes on, you know, and he just starts rocking out to it. And I was like, oh,
the babyface turn.
I can't believe I'm on your side. You know, which Heyman actually stole that for the Hardcore TV theme song as well for ECW.
That's more like it.
This is extreme!
Just in general, it's incredible how ingrained Chucky is in pop culture. If there's a sitcom and there's like a child being naughty or evil, it's like, hey, you're Chucky. Oh, calm down, Chucky. Splicey.
Get out. What? Get out and take Chucky with you.
And he's enjoyed a renaissance starting with Curse of Chucky in 2013, Cult of Chucky in 2017, and a Child's Play reboot in 2019, and a TV show which premiered October 2021. And his hair, it's like, you know, AJ Styles? You know, if
bob.
Yeah, if he had a ginger bob.
What about if there was like an evil Bosco or something like that? That'd be great, wouldn't it? Or, so we've had Chucky in WCW. What if we're to have like an Irish puppet segment in an Irish wrestling show? So just a call to OTT, get fucking Podge and Rog and Session Moth going at it. Back and forth promos.
Chucky and Chucky's Irish cousin, Chucky Arlaw.
Chucky Arlaw. Yeah, love it.
Yeah. And it's time for the... WCW have their own ad break questionarium. WCW on QVC, what can you buy? Collectibles such as autographed t-shirts, die-cast miniature cars, and they don't have a third thing. It's no jewellery show, but you might see a diamond cutter.
Hey-o.
That's good. What were the most overpriced tat WCW were selling on QVC? Answer after the break.
Ah, Halloween. My kind of holiday. The costumes, the candy, the carnage. What's not to love? A title match between a breakout puppy-faced gremlin.
I want to be the NXT champion!
And a man who lives by my own personal motto.
No one will survive!
It's NXT's Halloween. Time to wreak some havoc.
So before the break, I asked you what was the most overpriced tat WCW were selling on QVC. If you said a card and mug set for $50, you'd be a runner-up, sir. Because they had a small Hummel figurine. It's like a teeny figurine with a boy in overalls holding wellies. Not even WCW. $180.
What?
Yeah.
Is it an antique?
Is Chucky involved in it?
No, it's just here. You know, losers who collect figurines. I don't think there's much crossover between wrestling fans and figurines. Like little porcelain boys.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, horrific. You know, shameless. If you own them, explain yourself. See you next time, and thanks for playing.
Ain't gonna be no jewelry show.
Exactly. But you might see a diamond cutter.
No, not the diamond.
Yeah, bang!
And we're back. It's Eric Bischoff. We're not in the United Center, it's Bischoff Center. And he doesn't care if the Horsemen are mates with Bruce Wirtz MacArthur, he wants them out. Eric berates his ineffectual WCW stooges, head of security Doug Dellinger, and WCW official JJ Dillon. Let's go to the skybox now and eject them. To get backstage, they have to push their way through the crowd. Oh, see? What happens next?
They get stuff thrown at them.
I guess it's what the south end of this building. Right over there. I was in it.
Some accurate cunt pelts Bischoff in the face with a drink.
Yeah.
Full on.
Yeah.
Because like I had looked down for a minute and I just heard the crowd go, hey. And then I just looked up and he's swimming.
Yeah.
He's like he dipped in a pool. Holy God, like his hair is all wet. You absolute scumbag. Do not throw drinks at the performer. I am impressed though.
But proper heel heat.
Yeah, there was actually a promo last week where Bischoff came out to the ring. One of the fans threw a beer at him. And he goes, don't be throwing your Coors Light at me. By the way, I'm more of a Miller Lite guy. I was like, okay, that's great heel heat. And then I really hope whatever he got hit with this week was a Miller Lite.
Yeah.
It'd be mwah.
So they go up. There's probably 30 security guards there. Bischoff demands to see Bruce. Okay, you can see him. The security guard even knocks on the door for him, and out he comes. Why did this happen? I don't understand. If you've got security guards, isn't the whole point to kind of protect you from Bischoff, who's trying to get you out of the building? But okay. He comes out, and a fight ensues. Why are the security guards there? I do not know. What a fucking joke. And then the best bit, you know, the classic, they get in the lift. Okay, right, we're going. Yeah, close the doors. No, somebody is in the way of the sensor. The door's open. How many times does that happen? It's amazing. In real life, like, it happens all the time.
Yeah.
Some fucking idiot is standing at the sensor. Move out of the fucking way. Yeah, this was funny.
Yeah. My favourite bit is that when the cops sequester Eric Bischoff, Nate gets into the hallways, just starts Nate, woo, oh, get in.
He was brilliant. Commentators afterwards were brilliant. Heenan cracking the lads up just non-stop with his jokes about getting his phone call and his lawyer and
what's Heenan
everything
say?
else.
What's his big line?
Can you think of Eric spending the night in the Cook County Sneezer? I don't get that.
He says it like 4 times, trying to get a laugh out of the lads in the sneezer. Fuck. Way to get the owner over. Like, he stymies Bischoff and he's out in the crowd with the Horseman doing the sign and stuff. Good stuff.
You never know what he'll do. The sign of the Horseman. And the questionnaires, Ken Goldberg. Go to 150 now. We're going to find out.
Poor Steve. It's Giant versus Goldberg. A rematch from OSW 101 Warrior debut Nitro. Oh, see, Big Show. He's got the little baby belts.
Does he have a little belt?
Oh, it's tiny.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, he's got the tag team title. Yeah, it's like
the teeny tag team. The
teeny tag team titles. It's like
like the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Championship. Yeah.
You're better off, like, have a bigger belt that's made from cheaper material if you want to cut costs.
Or just go in the opposite direction. You know, Andre got one that was scaled up to him, but he should get one that's scaled down. So, you know, to make him look bigger, you see.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Absolutely tiny on him. Big Show, definitely not in the same svelte shape that he was a couple of years ago. Did you guys notice? Because he'd put on a bit of weight, the onesie was beginning to kind of like fray at his arse, and you could see his like tiny whiteies.
No,
when he's
I
walking
didn't
around.
know.
Hilarious.
Oh, okay.
Wait, what part of the tidies could you see?
It's just like on his arse crack, the onesie was beginning to fray and kind of come apart.
You're telling me he has the same onesie?
It certainly looked like
it's
it.
What, 40 quid? He earns $1 million a year. And it's a business expense. You cheap fuck.
It's a business expense.
It's a hot night in Chicago, isn't it? Oh, boy.
Goldberg has his amazing police escort fill the screen with pyro smoke entrance. And then it hit me. He doesn't talk. This is the 4th wrestling show we've done in this arc and 0 Goldberg promos. If you're a mute like Goldberg, then your opponent has to do 100% of carrying the feud.
Oh, DDP had his working boots on in this feud. Every Nitro, every Thunder comes out either with Tony or Mean Gene, cuts a promo, putting over Goldberg, putting over the match, putting over his chance, putting over the title, and getting over with the fans. A great man. DDP, I salute you, sir.
Good stuff, mate. It is grand if you're taking on Hollywood, as he'll talk your ear off, but it must be so annoying if you're on the booking team. It's like, you really have to work around them. And if you're other wrestlers, wouldn't you be so angry? Look at this guy who can't wrestle and can't cut a promo, getting pushed to the moon, you know? Put him with Jericho. Jericho's being jabbering at you. You just have to shut him up. That said, not talking, just mauling opponents in record time really creates and maintains the mystique of him. Like, look how awesome he is. Look how special. How special is Goldberg?
I mean, he's like, what, the second or third most overact in the entire wrestling business during its hottest run ever. It's like him, Austin Rock, 1 A, B, and C.
Bockwinkel.
Megastar. Absolute fucking megastar.
Can the spear work? We've talked about it. Can the jackhammer work?
Ding, ding, ding. Giant brute forces Goldberg into the corner. No sell. Giant hides behind the ref. Terrified. Bless his cotton socks. Show is able to drop kick Goldberg. Holy shit. Isn't that awesome? Goldberg's having none of this offense and gives him a measured twirling mule kick. Picks Giant up and slams him with ease. Monster pop.
He picked him! Oh my God! What a slam!
That is strength, that is power, that's the man!
Goldberg readies for a spear. Chair by Stevie Ray, no DQ. Chokeslam by the Giant. Will he break the streak? DDP puts a stop to that with a Kevin Nash splat elbow drop. Who shoved DDP for a chokeslam? Spear! But the heels hightail it, count out, and that's that. Goldberg gets a hollow count out victory in 2:47.
Coming 1 month after his DQ victory over the Giant. Before that, they had a multi-man match where Goldberg went over. Goldberg went over him at Road Wild in the Battle Royal. And in June and July, they had 2 other singles matches where Goldberg went over. I mean, it was a foregone conclusion before it even began, and rightfully so, because, you know, you should be putting Goldberg over.
Backstage, what do you think?
Great.
Yeah?
Fantastic.
What did you like about it?
I loved from the moment he walked out of his dressing room until the bell rang. I didn't enjoy the interference, I suppose, but it's just so exciting. His matches, they might only be 2 minutes, but it's just thrilling. Now, the crowd probably contribute about 70-80% of that feeling.
But everyone's going mental.
Yeah. Like if you had it in the Thunderdome, is that what it's called? It wouldn't work.
An empty arena.
Yeah, it needs the crowd to work. And they contributed so well. And he's so charismatic. It's great. I love it.
Ricky, you're a very lucky man. You had me as a brother. I was the one that protected you through high school.
By the way, Scott Steiner cut one pre-taped promo on a Nitro in the build, and it was the first time that I heard the NWO B-Team theme.
Scott Steiner at the jobber theme?
Yeah, it was just, like a black and white pre-taped promo, and he's talking about like, Rick, the only reason that you ever held a belt was because I won the belts for us and you suck, and I've been beating you up since I was 1 year old, and in the background, brilliant.
It doesn't feel like it, but 7 matches down, 1 match left, because it's time for your main event.
Blade Runner's retrospective. In 1985, Stinger Steve Borden's jaw dropped, seeing Jim Hellwig. Look at the beef. having gotten ripped during his bodybuilding career in the early 80s. They went to the same gym, Sting's gym, and asked Hellwig to be his new tag team partner. They and other wrestlers sent out press packs and photos all around the world, and Jerry Jarrett was the only guy to get back to them, saying, "There's 4 of you, but we'll take 2. Which 2? The 2 on the left, Warrior and Sting. The duo started working in Memphis as the Freedom Fighters, Justice and Flash. They really paid their dues here, making $25 to $50 a night. Sting recalled, "We did everything together. Laundry, gym, groceries, always together. We had 1 car. I sold mine so we could eat in California. Lots of peanut butter and tuna fish out of a can."
Hopefully not together.
In January 86, they travelled to Mid-South, joining up with Bill Watts' UWF, repackaged as the Blade Runners, Blade Runner Rock and Blade Runner Sting. Despite being obvious Road Warrior rip-offs, roidy beefcake powerhouses with black makeup, they had some minor success as monster heels. Less than 6 months in, Hellwig realised there was more money as a single star, and split from Sting and the UWF, and moved on to World Class as a single star, the Dingo Warrior.
I don't know where they dig these guys up, but the Dingo isn't scared of anybody and doesn't fear anything.
Hellwig would go on to be a Hulkmania-era megastar and a one-time WWF champion at WrestleMania 6, but would never attain those heights again, having a poorly received run as champion, and multiple short comebacks with diminishing success. Whilst by 1998, Sting was already a 4-time WCW champion and stalwart cornerstone of the company. Warrior and Sting tagged for less than a year, their wildly different paths converging for one final time tonight as the Blade Runners reunite to face Hollywood Hogan and Bret Hitman Hart.
Yeah, good stuff, Steve. Yeah.
Well, Jay, I didn't write it.
Yeah. I like those jokes you put in there. Yeah, cheers. Yeah, I think people get a kick out of that. Can you hear that?
Up here, Speed Racer!
What about this Warrior build-up?
3 weeks ago.
Warrior abducts the disciple.
Up here, Speed Racer! What the fuck was he on?
He goads them to coming backstage where he set his locker room graffiti on fire. By fire, I mean twinklers are set off.
It's brilliant.
It was like something a junior infant would come up with in school. It was like a paper mask thing, yeah?
Yeah.
My favourite part is the stage hand, like Hogan comes in and he just douses him with the fire extinguisher.
2 weeks ago.
Warrior in-ring promo gets booed.
Since my return, you have brought nothing before me except a pittance of the man I once knew.
A pittance of a man. Yeah, I have it written down here. I marked out when I saw it.
Except a pittance of the man I once knew.
He couldn't have known that
23 years later.
there'd be the 3 of us waiting on this. Like vultures to jump on.
Of all the words he could have chosen in his entire lexicon.
Yeah. During this promo, a fan tries to hop into the ring, and I'll give them their due. WCW security team take care of it pretty quickly, and it barely phases Warrior.
He works it into his promo saying there's another lost soul. See,
Yeah.
that's your work, Hogan. It's like, oh, that's good, mate.
Yeah, it's good.
That Hogan is a lost warrior.
Last week's Nitro.
Where's he at?
So Hogan is rambling a bit. He's a little bit confused. Looks in the mirror, and he and we see the Ultimate Warrior standing, looking at him in the mirror. Doing an impression of a Geordie. And then Bischoff is the only man clearly on the planet who cannot see Warrior in the mirror.
The commentators clearly talk about seeing Warrior. They're like, oh my God, look who's there. He's in the mirror. And then,
I'm looking at the man in the mirror.
Hogan is like pulling his hair and he's like trying to act.
On the side of his head, like, and his nose hairs.
He's like rubbing his head for good luck. As Warrior is like And Bischoff and Hogan are trying to act here. Bischoff is like, "What's going on? What do you like?"
I love that Bischoff was supposed to not be able to see him, but whenever he looks at the mirror, his gaze looks straight at the Warrior.
Yeah.
But he should be looking anywhere else but Warrior's face.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The other thing is, I thought it could have worked if Warrior didn't move. Like if he just stood there stone-faced and they turned the like opacity to like half, because they had it pretty much everyone can see it. But if it was like, ooh, spooky time, mate, you know?
What if he just like pointed?
No movement. I think the no movement is scarier.
And he starts doing the belt
If he
thing.
does, that gets hilarious because he was like, It's a joke.
Sorry, Jay, just to put it in there. Immediately after the mirror spot, we get a Nitro Blast.
Oh!
Where the three lads are clearly going by what the script says, and they act like they couldn't see Warrior. And they're like, what did Hogan see? what was going on in there? Bischoff did... I'm with Bischoff. Mwah!
Yeah.
Love you, WCW. Thank you so much.
And now hallucinations. Hogan's lost his mind. It's just one of the strangest things I think I've ever seen on this program.
Let's get ready to rumble.
$250,000 richer, Michael Buffer cozies up to the Chicago crowd, which, to be fair, even popped me. Because it's time for your main event.
From Chicago's world-famous United Center, home of the Blackhawks, and home of the six-time world champion Chicago Bulls!
Hogan and Bret out. Final NWO theme count, $5 for the WWE Network. 4 originally as Hogan's promo entrance as Voodoo Child. Then you got the Hollywood promo entrance and exit, Scott Steiner entrance, Giant entrance, Hogan and Bret entrance.
The man known as Steve!
Everyone standing, the Warrior here, and here we go!
What is Hogan's strategy? Slow it down. Slow it
way
down. Hogan with the Jay Hunter offense. Poke the eyes. Rake the back. Marking out. What do you think of Warrior continuing to wear his jacket in ring?
No problem with that.
During a match, no. Absolutely not. I don't like it. What's his thinking? Is he like, well, if you want to see me with my jacket off, you got to pay for it on pay-per-view? Because as a body guy, that's all he's got, really, right?
Yeah.
So he's keeping that until the payday.
Yeah, why not? It's like
teasing you.
Yeah.
It's like
tease me.
Be thankful he wasn't wearing his baseball cap.
Or like his Mr. Universe Speedos. Like.
Oh, Jesus.
I actually love the look of it. I think it looks awesome. And like obviously he's not doing much actual wrestling, but I think no one wears a big cloak in the ring, so I thought it looked really cool. You know, he looked like a character. You know, that's probably not a good thing. After a beautiful Bret DDT, Warrior bellows from the apron, "Come on, Steve." Come on, Sting. Bret rope non-pinpoint elbow misses. Hot tag the Warrior. Hogan has enough and Pearl Harbor's Hellwig, who no-sells and hooks up. Finish of the match. Hey. That's the NWO's cue to crash the party. Giant, Virgil, Stevie Ray, Scott Norton, and go hold Warrior's arms behind them so you can get a shot. I was like, Scott Norton, you better not touch him. You are not a main eventer. Get away. The ring is pelted with pog roll and discarded drinks. Well, it's supposed to soak up the drink, so, you know. Look at that ring. Dirty, knacker, trash fans.
Yeah. Oh, I hate it. I hate seeing it.
It's a gimmick.
But it's just gross.
Your fans are trash, though.
I know, but it's once it was done once, everyone was like, yeah, let's get in on that. It's like, what chance?
Pain that you've ever felt in your life. I tell you what, why don't you say what if you like to sleep with your own sister?
Big schmalls as the heels batter the faces. Smoke fills the ring as Warrior attempts the disappearance, but Giant headbutts him out. And that's it.
What do you think of that? I actually quite liked it.
The smoke failed and
Like that is
he's
like, whoa,
knackered the
get
gimmick.
out of there, you cheeky get. I quite liked it.
So is this the moment where he ceases to be powerful and mystical and he's just a dude getting some lad to press a button?
Like, I don't think this happened to Batman where he gets slapped on the bum and then that's it. He can't do the smoke anymore. He's done.
Why not? Of course he can.
Because it's just a smoke machine now. Because he didn't actually disappear.
But he needs to be in the smoke. Like, it gives him powers. I'm okay with this. I'm on board, yeah?
Yeah? You'll still believe in the smoke. Okay, we'll see. We'll see. We got one more show. We'll see. Warrior hooshes the backstage. Giant and Hogan, you see these selling Warriors belt whips either. Whoa! Hey.
Janitor bumps.
What's your... Oh, janitor, or I was going to go for Robbie E, but either works.
Oh, Robbie E, okay.
Yeah.
Scott Steiner gets in on it as well. He's like, great! We're 5-0 here. Like, amazing Panto stuff. Technically, the Blade Runners DQ win after 5 minutes 40.
We're out of time from Chicago. See you next time on Nitro. Look at this.
I loved the build-up to the match. The entrances were fun. It felt big. But WCW main events, they never deliver. Like, they always leave me annoyed and a bit ripped off. And... And I know it's leading up to bigger matches, but at the same time...
They'll end the same way.
Exactly, yeah. And it's one of the worst things about the company. They're so hot. They've got great acts, decent angles, great crowds. And I just feel like they're just waiting to fuck us over. And they do.
But you have to wait till the pay-per-view, and hopefully... And then...
Oh yeah.
Chucky comes in.
Halloween Havoc is going to deliver.
Yes. What do you think, mate?
This is 4 of the biggest stars in the history of wrestling. And we got, what, 3-4 minutes?
A huge 5 minutes 40, technically.
Yeah, what a waste. What a real waste.
Pittance.
What a Have your fuck finish, by all means, but why not give us 15 minutes of 4 of the biggest, best in... Well, okay, Warrior not best, but like we'll say...
biggest stars of all
biggest
time.
Stars of all time.
Brett could easily have taken a pin in this match.
Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah. It's a shame, but yeah, there's not a lot to say other than that.
Isn't it mental how in a tag match, Bret Hart, 5-time WWF champion, is the smallest star? That is insane. You know, it was really cool to see like kind of the Sharks in the ring together, but the match is nothing. But historically, it's really cool just to see the incredible star power that they did nothing with.
Yeah.
And let's take it to the aftermath. Welcome to the aftermath. OC, sir, what did you make of Blade Runners Nitro?
I enjoyed it.
Despite WCW?
Yeah, in spite of itself. Like, I wasn't expecting any great wrestling because that's not what Nitro was about. But overall, flew by. I enjoyed most of the Bischoff Flair stuff. Went on a little bit long in parts, but entertaining. Bischoff is just so good. Warrior wasn't, I have to admit, he wasn't great. He's getting worse. but
You're weeks into this.
Sting Brett, yeah, enjoyed
Turn
that stuff.
career into a nosedive, Hulk Hogan.
And then for me, the highlight was the Chucky stuff. That was great fun.
Yeah.
That was really good fun. Overall, yeah, definitely worth a watch.
Yeah.
I'd be less enthusiastic. This was maybe the worst Nitro out of the 5 that I watched. Last week's show was much bigger show and much better show.
Yeah, last week's Nitro was great.
It was actually really, really good.
That was the one with the bar hopping.
Yeah.
And the big schmoz.
And
smash the limo.
Yeah, the big schmoz, and then Brett and Sting feuding at the end of the show.
There's a great bit. Brett comes out, he always has glasses and he used to give it away to fans. He gets the glasses and breaks out a little case and he puts his glasses in his case and into his pocket.
Awesome.
Get in.
That's what a great little touch. So yeah, like I did this show, just it didn't kind of hit the peaks that those did. There's still things that I liked about it. I like the Warrior bollocks. Is it good? No. You're absolutely right, Steve. He's getting worse. It's getting worse. The fans are turning on him, and we know the match is not going to deliver. I hated the Bret Hart heel turn. I thought it was stupid. I thought it hurt Bret. I thought Bret could have been as big as like a DDP, like an upper mid-card flirting with the main event. Speaking of DDP, this show missed him really badly. We didn't get a DDP promo. He's been cutting really good promos over the last few weeks, and he's been having some good matches as well. Overall, the show was fun. I'd recommend it, and I liked watching it. I just wish we were talking about last week's show because I'd be raving about that. I thought that last week's show was awesome.
Yeah. 29 minutes of wrestling in a 3-hour show. Could have used double that. The wrestling, not a 6-hour Nitro. Baffling why they don't have more wrestling, as WCW are visibly struggling to reach 3 hours, multiple extended recaps of last week's shows. Like, you do better just to watch every other Nitro, because you get the most amount of kind of new footage. There was no in-ring promo, and the first match starts 13 minutes in, because it's just recap. Bischoff, I think he's great, amazing performer and a character, but he's gotta fuck off. He is in multiple Hollywood segments, multiple Horseman segments. It's like, come on, mate, you're taking a piss. But very easy watch, tons of incredibly over acts. I'm really enjoying my time in 1998 WCW. I'm just praying Halloween Havoc matches don't end in waka waka hey hey. But does that happen? Find out next time on OSW. So, Blade Runner's Nitro is on the books.
In the pocket.
Out of sight.
How do you think that one went?
Loads of fun. I love talking about this era in wrestling. I love talking about this company. You can say what you want, if it's good or bad, if it's great or shit. There's fuel to the fire to talk about. Love it.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's a solid era. It's just the star power is...
You just don't have it today.
No, it's just amazing. And then when you add to that just, you know, like a pinch of bollocks.
And the hot crowds.
Yeah. What a time to be alive.
Yeah, amazing stuff. So you can watch all of our episodes free of charge on IMAX Playwright 4:3 full screen at
OSWReview.com.
And if you're feeling spicy, jaunty, vanilla cokey, full sugar cookie.
You said Volvi. Volva.
I'm not offering that. We're not that desperate. Yeah.
Check out OSW69.
If you want to watch some extra reviews, videos, music, artwork, blizz blaz, him ham, hate mongering, colour, shapes and feelings, you can at
noggeru.oswreview.com.
What we're saying is join Patreon, give us a clam, give us a fin. Fin is 5, right? Yeah.
Fin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give us a fin. Give us a couple of clams. 5 wing wangs.
Give us a fucking
Just
money.
give us a fucking money. So it's a goodbye from V1.
Take a boo.
And OSE. And myself, Jay Henner. And remember, a winner is you. Yeah, man, we actually whiz-bang through that.
Yeah, it was a banger.
Yeah. Go whip it with a bum full of dynamite.
Yeah.
Rat up a drain pipe.
It is fatal to enter any battle without the will to win.
Shut the fuck up! Wow. Thank you, Chicago.